Okay guys, I was trying to do just a quick video while I had a couple of minutes. I'm not sure how many people are up or whatever, but you can always be up so you can watch it tomorrow. I'll keep it posted. First thing was a couple of quick tips for Christmas. For any of you that are starting to get sales, if you're not used to that, a couple quick things that I do to help keep a little more organized is print out every order that I get. That way I can keep up with it through all stages, through the making, packing, put any notes that I have on the paper. If you don't know how to do that, you go to your orders where it's got the little dots and it says more actions. You click that and hit print. And when you go here, you can pick packing slips or order receipts. I usually do just the order receipts because it gives me the information that I actually need on there and print it out. So if a customer messages you with that, can you change the address and ship it so-and-so, you can make a note of it right there and have it everything on one place. Or if they want to add something different on it or what have you, you can make a little note of that on the paper. I also keep a little file thing that I'll show you another little quick video later, where I have a little file folder thing, and I just keep them all in there in line by the date that the orders come in. So I tend to do things in the order that they come in, unless say I have something like here's 2 of these, which they happen to come in back to back. But if I had like 3 or 4 of those and it was something I could do several at one time, then I will do them all at one time, and then things go a little faster. But I try to kind of, do them by the orders that come into the day, as much as possible. So, somebody that orders 3 days from now is not going out before somebody that orders today. So, that's just a little tip that helps me keep a little more organized. The day that I'm doing, XXX orders, I will go ahead and print the shipping labels and have packages ready and keep the packages with the slip and everything as I'm progressing, because I'm trying to do it all by myself a lot of the times. You have help. I also have set up across the top here where it's got your little where you can help the manage now, where they've changed that, and you can put different steps up there if you need to order supplies or whatever. If you haven't set that up, it'll just have your regular new, I think it just has new and shipments up across the top or something. But to edit that, you go where it has a little pencil thing, click on the pencil, and then you can add new progress steps. I have put new that is required. I've also got one in progress. So if I'm working on it that day, I move it to the in progress section of my orders. If I have to order supplies, like I have some I have to order sterling silver for, I move them to the supplies ordered. If I have a question for the customer and I've messaged them to get a response back, they go in the section for waiting for customer response. If it's in the middle of packing or in polishing finishing stages, I'll move it to that. And I did add one for cancellations pending, because I've had a couple that for whatever reason I had to cancel them, and I just plumb don't like looking at them in the new order, so I put pending cancellation. And I may or may not add another step or 2, but you can add several, as many as you want, I guess. And then when you just put it in where it says, let's see. I'm trying to think. Maybe I have added all I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if it's going to let me add one or not. Click and drag. Completed is required. It may only let you add 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm not for sure. It doesn't seem to be wanting to let me add more. So you may only be able to add 5. Which is, I can get, it's pretty much all you need, I would think. Let's see. What else was good information? I've also added the snippets on here so that once the order is received and I'm putting it in line to process, I just added a quick little one that lets them know it's been received and it's in line to be processed, and that they will get an email when it's completed and ready to ship. And then when you print your label, it automatically sends them one with your item is shipped. But I also added another one that may be something you want to do, that hey Chris, that says, trying to find it. It says it's packed and ready to go. That tells them where to check for the tracking under your purchase order. Keep in mind it does a few days for the post office to scan. I'm trying to answer a few of the questions that you may get from people coming later, like my order, especially this time of year. So, and kind of explain that. Let them know I do keep an eye on the tracking to make sure they get their package, and ask them to please let me know when it arrives. Even a quick review on how well, on how your shipping went. And that seems to have actually improved my review rate as far as getting people to leave a review. They will go ahead and leave a review to let me know they got their package. Some are, if it won't let them leave one because they get it so fast, are actually just messaging me and telling me, I got my my order. The next thing is, I know some of you are, this may be the first year you've really gotten any sales, and then some of you still are not getting sales. If you have any questions, just message me. I'm going to be home working. Currently I have 9 orders open. No, I have more than 9 orders. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 open orders right now on Etsy. I have like 6 or 7 more on Amazon. No. Yeah, I have well over 20. I'm going to be working all day every day because as the day goes along, I am getting sales all day long now. This is typical. Some of you, depending on what you sell, you may not be seeing them sales yet until tomorrow, or it just depends on what you sell. So don't get discouraged. Sometimes it just depends on the item you're selling. I have it listed that my cutoff date's coming up, so my sales are going to go ahead and come in because I'm going to be cutting off orders earlier to allow that shipping time and making time. And sometimes when you do that announcement and put it, even I have it so it's in the top of every single description, it encourages them to go ahead and purchase so that they don't miss out on the window that they get the item. I think there's an urgency about getting it because you have orders backed up, they may go ahead and purchase. And even if it doesn't show you have a lot of orders on the shop, they don't know what you have locally. So that's a recommendation to do also. If I can show you online. It's there. As when you do that, encourages them to go ahead and purchase. Okay, I can hear myself. Here I've got my sale details, whatever, and then the very first thing in my description was some little stars behind it. It says, Christmas, please note, if fix that. Note the cutoff deadline is December 10th of this year for promise on time delivery, whatever. Please order as soon as possible to ensure your gift arrives on time. So, that's something else you may want to consider doing. That does kind of encourage people to go ahead and purchase. Because they're, then they're thinking, oh, I better get this in, or I might not be able to get this item if they want it. So that's another little trick you may want to try for this. Now, currently, today, for instance, has been my busiest day so far. Well, yesterday, because it's after midnight. On Etsy, I've had 10 orders. This is my stats for today. And then I had, another 10 on Amazon, I think it was. And some of these 10 had more than one item in them, or multiple items. And this is kind of the beginning of my busy season. And over the next couple of days, it's going to go up to quite a few more orders per day. I expect tomorrow to be fairly busy also. So you can kind of keep an eye on it. If it's your first year selling, don't expect to do, as well. I'm not doing as much as I wish I was, but I'm doing, pretty good. And I've always, the last few years, tended to do fairly well at Christmas, and I usually make about 30 to 40% of my yearly income during the next season. Is typical for me. And starting basically this week, Thanksgiving is when it picks up, and normally from this time on, I start at 8 o'clock in the morning and stop at 12 or 1 o'clock every morning. The day I stop early, I can go eat and just get the heck out of here for a little bit because I have worked so for the last 2 days. But I have done about 20 orders today. Some of them I haven't packaged yet, and I got myself back down to 15 on here, and then my Amazon ones I had finished, and then I had a slew of orders come at one time to catch them up. This will be my first year with Amazon and an Etsy shop going. I'm not pushing Amazon simply because Amazon, I'm not going to get paid for a lot of that stuff until the week of Christmas. And basically, I cannot afford to sell a ton on Amazon and not get paid for it for 3 weeks and not be able to replenish my supplies with it. And Etsy, I bought up a bunch of supplies, but they go fast, and I need my money coming in so I can buy more if I'm really, really busy. And I don't want Amazon eating up all my, not paying me, and it's taking what I'm making off of Etsy to cover supplies for Amazon. So I've only got a minimal amount on Amazon so that I can make some money with things that I know I have in stock and that are easy to do. I'm not getting anything too complicated with Amazon currently. It's just my little extra. I'm focusing on Etsy because that's my main shop. But heck, $200 on Etsy and $200 on Amazon today. So not a bad day. On here how it goes, and if they're going to add that fee if I keep it. So I'm just kind of winging it. If anybody has any questions though regarding Christmas sales and things that you need to know, let me know. But when you get this time of year, you've got a lot of customers messaging, a lot of customers asking for special whatevers, can you change addresses and things like that. I do try to, if it's going for a gift or whatever, I do try to make sure I have a little note so they can change it ahead of time, but that people don't always remember to do that. You can change it yourself as a gift. You just keep those messages that they send you where they asked you and request to change, so that if there is an issue, you have a message on record to show Etsy that they asked you to do that. So don't get rid of those messages. until after everything is delivered. Then you can archive it. And sometimes I just put it in a file and set it till like January when I know there's no issues, and then go back to it and delete it. I do try to conversations out every so often because I have 3 pages worth now, and sometimes I'll get up to 10 or 15 and I can't, it gets on my nerves. So I have started, already, clearing out orders and keeping those conversations. Things that you don't need, if somebody never buys or whatever, go ahead and delete it and move on. If people message you and want a custom listing, I do have some videos that show how to do it. But okay, you can easily do it from a conversation. Do not do it from the point of making a regular listing and paying 20 cents and then they never purchase, because that is wasting your time and your money. You go from the conversation where they message you and you see this little button right here that says make this a custom order. You click that and build your custom order from here, like I need to do for this lady if she'll ever message me back, because you get these people doing this, and then some will go find another seller and they're talking to one person and another person trying to get a better deal. So you don't want to post that and publish one for them and wait for them to come back and purchase, and they never come. So if you do it from the conversation like here, and you can go ahead and purchase it, send them a little message that says your custom listing is ready for purchase. If you decide to order, you may come back, click that, add it to your cart, and purchase. And I'll leave it and go away from the conversation, because I don't have time to be conversing 50 messages with them like some of these turn into this time of year. I try to keep it sweet, short, to the point, and give them the information they need, get what I need. If I can go ahead, get that custom order up and get them to purchase, I'm done with them and I can move on with my day. I don't have 30 minutes to spend on one customer, so you have to learn to manage that when you're doing that. But doing it from this listing area makes it much simpler, and it doesn't cost you the 20 cents unless they buy it. Once they purchase, then it charges you that 120 cents. It doesn't renew it, so there's not another renewal fee. It just charges you the one time, and it also has it on there so only that customer can see it and other people can't, because you don't need everybody to see what you're making for that one person's custom listing. Because sometimes, my daughter accidentally did it when some company was doing it the other way and purchased something that shouldn't have been able to be purchased by anybody. So you don't want that to happen if somebody come purchase another customer's custom listing. So always try to do it from the conversation. Sometimes you can't if they've purchased and you need to add something like extra shipping or something, then you're going to have to make it, the regular way. But don't do that unless you know it's something that they are definitely going to purchase, like extra shipping or an upgrade of some sort. Then make it a regular listing. But if you can do it from the conversation like this, go with it that way. If you forget how to do it, message me. I do have a video somewhere in there that does show you how to do that, and it will save you a ton of money and time to do it that way. I was trying to think, was there anything else? I know some of you are still working on your titles. Again, please remember, I'm seeing people, in the group that, are asking, some have asked questions, some have not. If you are a member of this group that has not watched the videos or not changed anything to improve your shop, please keep in mind, this group is for helping you for free. I'm doing this for free. I'm taking my time at 12 o'clock at night to do a little video to help you out. I do have paid help on my thing for people that want one-on-one. None of it's expensive. I think the maximum thing was like $50 to help redo some of your titles. I don't do that a lot because I don't need to, because I'm giving it for you to free on here unless somebody really needs that one-on-one help. But if you're in this group, we have 1,139 members currently, and you're not taking advantage of what's in the group that's here to help you, feel free to leave. There's other people on the wait list that would like to come in that want the help. Plain and simple. Because I can only help so many people. I get messages all day long from people in the group looking for help. Can you help me with the titles? They're not understanding this. I'm taking time out of my day to help people. And if you're not in the group and are wasting the space that somebody that wants to help and really needs it, and you're not going to take the advice or even try to improve your shop, then this group is not for you. And it's not that I want anybody to leave, but if it's not benefiting you, then let somebody that it will benefit have the space, because I can only take so many, and I do have people on the wait list to get in. Because I know that there are a few that haven't even watched the videos, or maybe don't even know they're there, that kind of thing. Even recently talked to some that haven't implemented anything of the helps, and they've been in the group for months. So if you're not going to benefit it, or if you don't agree with what's being said that's going to help you, then it's not for you. The group isn't for you. Then don't let somebody else have the space that needs the help. I would say for the most part, people that follow what I'm telling them to do and fix the titles like they need to be, and learn how to make your titles for search phrases customers will search, have improved their shop. People that haven't done anything or tried, they're not seeing improvement because they've not implemented anything that's going to help them. Again, more than one person out there that does this. Starla's group, I've watched some of her videos. She's very, very smart. She's really good at helping people that are trying to. Some people are like me, and all their items are one of a kind, and they're custom made to order. And what she focuses on, like her things are making groupings of things that you're selling and collections to sell of certain items, and trying to make them so they're in demand and selling out. That works for some things in some kinds of shops, and some it doesn't. Some shops, that's not what they need. That's not the way their business is going to work for them. They're making products that are going to be continually made for lots of customers, instead of just making like 50 of one thing and selling them out. They're making things that they're going to continue to make all the time. So the way she does it doesn't necessarily work well for their type products. But she even says, don't make up names for your titles for what your item is and call it some kind of fancy made up name that a customer has never heard of. It doesn't work. It doesn't get you found in searches if a customer doesn't know what your item is, and they don't know what made up name you call it. They're not typing it in to search it, and they're never going to find you. It's just plain and simple. The customer is not going to find you if they don't type in what's in your title. You're not going to pull up. You've got to have something, beaded bracelet, beaded jewelry. If it's a phrase that you're using on a t-shirt or on a piece of jewelry that like I make, or something that's I love you to the moon and back, something a customer might search for, that should be in your title. Using, a one good long sentence that sounds like a little paragraph, it's fine if it incorporates several phrases, or making it with 3 short phrases that can turn into 8 search phrases like I do. It's fine. Some people's titles are way too short, and they're not working for them. So if you're not understanding it, ask questions. I've tried to set examples and things to help you, but this time of year I'm going to be busy. I'm not going to be available as readily. I'll ask the question, I'll get to you if I can, but please refer back to the videos. If someone asked a question and I'm not able to answer it, refer them to a video. Or if you know it and you've learned it already, try to explain it, and I'll help if I can. But if you do have questions, please hit me up, message me, or ask on the wall. Somebody else may be able to help you. But do keep in mind, this time of year, I'm busy 24/7, it seems like. So I may not be able to get back to you right away. Another tip for sellers here at Christmas time, you're going to get messages all the time. Because you're dealing with customers from all over the country or all over the world that are messaging you on different timelines than you. You know, somebody from California is going to message me during the time I'm normally asleep. So try to get back to people as reasonable as possible. You don't have to get up and down there in the middle of the night to ask questions. Now, I'll be honest, sometimes I do. If I happen to get up and go to the bathroom and it was a message about something that could turn into a $400 order, I'm going to message them back if I think it's the time of day they are up. And at least drop them a quick line and acknowledge it before I go back to bed. I have gotten up in the middle of the night and ended up with a $500 sale. So it just depends on your business. But, you know, no matter what you do, you want to get back to them as soon as possible, because that can mean a big sale. You know, post, let us know how you're doing, if your sales are improving for Christmas or whatever, or if you have a question about shipping, anything like that, so somebody can try to help you. I'm going to get off here now. It's about 12:30 at night where I live, and I am going to have to be up and started at 8 o'clock in order to get all these orders that are on my list for tomorrow done. And get some supplies ordered. I hope everybody, you know, that's been, you know, I have a lot of new members that haven't even gotten started. Start watching the videos. They're going to help you. Keep in mind the older videos do not show how the titles have been recommended now, but it does show you how to find your good search words, and the newer videos will show you how to fix the titles for the way they are now. So you can work on that because your sales may be slow because you've not had time to work on your shop. Those of you that have, hopefully you're going to see some improvement for your Christmas shopping season. If you haven't, you know, some people probably would have, and they've made the mistake of changing their titles to make them short, and they've messed up their keywords. If possible, fix that if you've seen a drop in sales. So good luck to everyone. I'm going to go see if I can hit the bed and get a running start tomorrow. If you have any questions, post them underneath this video, and I may have time to do another one to address those tomorrow. We will see. Good night, everyone.